13 minutes.
All right. Can you hear us?
Wait, what am I speaking to?
I mean the camera's right here, so you have to kind of get in close. And the microphone is pretty good, so here, scoot over a little bit. There we go.
Here we go.
All right, let me just make sure we can hear you in here.
Can I drink?
You can do whatever you want.
Yes.
You are a guest commentator, so thanks so much for joining us.
I'm one fan in the stands.
Yeah, for sure. So, now tell us, did you play in this event?
I did.
Okay, and how did that go? Tell us about it. Good experience, yes?
Great experience.
All right.
So much fun at Foxwoods.
Okay.
Always fun.
Always fun, right? So we have Kevin Colenso here with us. Thanks so much for sitting in. I just wanted to get a few minutes of your time to talk about, you're really good friends with Dave, right, David?
One of my best friends in poker, yeah.
Okay, so basically, how much of this final table have you been able to watch so far?
20 minutes.
20 minutes, okay.
No, I was downstairs playing cash, and I was watching him play.
Okay.
On live stream, and, he's the best.
I know, right?
I don't have to watch. I know he's going to win, so it doesn't really matter what I have to watch for.
Awesome. So, now, do you know his opponent?
I actually played with his opponent, I'm pretty sure I played with him in cash.
Okay.
Over the past, 4 or 5 years, I've probably seen him a bunch. Because he's a very talkative guy, very friendly guy.
Yeah, super funny.
Yeah. I don't really know much about him, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I know he's a nice guy. I know that. I don't really know much about his game, but obviously Dave is a favorite.
Okay.
Dave plays for a living, and this guy has a lot of experience, so he's a shot. Anyone can win when you're 70 big blinds deep, 60 big blinds deep. So
now, okay, you're a professional poker player, correct?
I am.
You are. Okay, so then let me ask you this question.
Look at my backpack.
All right, stay a while, get comfortable. We got another 4 minutes.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, we only got 4 minutes. That's enough.
Okay.
So anyways, my question for you then is,
he's got no shot to win. He's got no shot.
No, seriously, but my question about him is actually, so he said in an interview with me earlier today that basically he has a really successful business and he is not playing for the money. So how do you think that is impacting his play and the final table and maybe even the results of this tournament?
Well, it's always good not to worry about the money. You just want to stay in the game and stay in the strategy part of poker. You don't want to have to, if you're trying to ladder up and try to make, try to go from 5th to 4th, or then you don't play as well as you can. You can't maximize but Dave's not going to worry about the money either. He wants to win. So.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't necessarily talking about specifically in this heads-up match, but just in, maybe even getting to this point.
Well,
you know what I mean? So far, do you think that that's maybe helped?
If you don't have financial stress, it helps when you're playing poker, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Okay, now this was I would say star-studded final table, right?
Really?
Was it star-studded?
Who was at the fountain?
Do you actually want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mike Nye. Mike Nye was there.
Brad St. Vincent was there.
Oh, yeah, Brad.
Tom, I'm not going to pretend I know.
Big Tom. I know Tom.
Mike Nye, Dave, obviously, Brad St. Vincent, Brandon Schambach, Jamie Kaplan, not sure if you know, and then obviously Andy. So,
this guy was pretty good. I don't know who he is, though, but he's the one that busted me through this tournament,
Yes.
Twice. He forwarded me twice.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Me too.
I feel like he had to have busted a lot of people in this tournament because he was pretty much a chip leader for the majority of yesterday. And then
Dave said he played
really
very well, too. So
yeah, definitely.
He thought he was his biggest threat.
Okay.
So, it's good that he's not heads up with him.
I'm right. So, you think that pushes David a little more into the lead?
Yeah. I can play for the living. He's really good. He's got good results, I guess. I don't really know much about him, but apparently he's a pretty good player.
Yeah, for sure. Both these guys are super nice guys. For what it's worth, good players, and it's going to be kind of a fun heads-up match. They've been playing for a while. Cheers. I don't have a drink because I'm working, but cheers. Water.
In about an hour.
Okay.
After Dave wins.
Booked. All right. Thanks so much for sitting in with us. It was awesome chatting with you. Yes. Well, maybe at the end, depending on how it goes, if Dave ends up taking it down, we'll have both you guys on to talk with us.
Let's do it.
All right. Thanks. All right. That was Kevin Colenso, everyone. We'll be back to play in about 2 minutes.
You're welcome.
Alright, we are back. Minus table sounds, which I think Molly shut down when she turned off, when she was done with her interview. Our production staff will take care of that. They might be talking deal there. Not dealing cards and the clock is running. I'd like to hear what this deal is. Andy Kaplan might not want to do a deal unless he gets the trophy. He doesn't care about the money.
You're 2 for 2.
All right, we're at 36 with 10,000 $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, what are we at? 36.
Better update our blinds.
30.
I know we don't really need this because the blinds are at the bottom of the broadcast, the bottom of the video portion of the broadcast, but in some rooms, many rooms, we won't have that option, so we'll need this. So it's good practice to keep this updated anyway. There. Who knows how much longer this thing will go, so I'll take the time now to congratulate all of our winners: Andrew Dean, Brad Yazicki, Tony Roberto, Brad Schambach, Mike Nye, Tom Dobrilovich, Brad St. Vincent, and Jamie Kaplan. All those people played well to get to where they were and had a nice payout today. If you made this final table, you made at least $8,000. I mean, these guys up top are making real money. Thanks to Foxwoods. Really appreciate them bringing us in to do this event. Thanks to iNinja Poker helping us get started, and Ivy League with helping us with promotions.
What's up, Gordon?
Thanks to the PPC Poker Tour for helping us get started, and Blue Shark Optics for being a big supporter of what we do and being a great company. Another one for Kaplan. He seems to be doing an awful lot of stacking chips the last half an hour of playtime. And thanks to everybody who's watching and offering helpful things on the commentary. Really appreciate that. And thanks for the kind words from lots of people in the chat stream. Really appreciate it. The fact that we're kind of doing a beta test here and people seem to really like it is very encouraging for us. We're still not exactly sure where this company is going to go, which particular things we will end up offering, but this looks like one of them. This is not terribly painful for us to do. It's a thing we could offer casinos at a pretty reasonable price. And with a little more tweaking, this could be a really a great broadcast. I agree, Dirk 217. The interview was great. Molly doing interviews is a really good thing. I'm not sure if Molly can keep up the pace that she works at this point. She works 14-hour days, 16-hour days doing poker reporting, and then at the end of it she does a day of poker reporting where she doesn't even get breaks, because on the breaks she's doing interviews and chip updates for us, and she's really working her butt off. But thanks for all of you who have said good things about us in the chat. Really appreciate it. And it's nice to be encouraged and hear that people are liking what we're doing. if you like what we're doing now, wait till you see what we're doing in a few months. I think this will be a really cool experience in a few months, and we'll hope that it grows fast and is something we can do for a living and turn into a real business where we can create great broadcasts and do all of the big final tables this way. And it would be fun to have one place where you can go for big dollar poker tournaments all the time and do some big cash games as well. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do big cash games this way, especially if they were shorthanded and we could have the names and the players and know some things about the players. We've talked about some invite-only sit-and-goes where we, if you want to play this sit-and-go with added money to the prize pool or free money that you're playing for, you've got to fill out all the forms and do an interview ahead of time and all that kind of stuff. So we really know some things about the players. Do it like a TV broadcast, but like a next generation TV broadcast where it's done on Twitch and it's done for a lot less money with a lot more immersive technology. I think we could do a great job of this. I'm going to assume, Bernard, that you're just at Bernard Lee Poker. I think that's what I saw earlier. Yep, there it is. These guys are just playing small pots. Continue to play small pots. I didn't see what time exactly this heads-up battle started, so I won't know how long it's been exactly.
Hi everyone, this is Minnesota Molly checking in from the final table. As you can see, in the middle of that level, both players have just walked away, which essentially means they've come to yet another deal. Originally, they had agreed that second place was going to take $90K and first place was going to take $111. Andy's exact quote was, he looked across the table, he said straight to David, "Listen man, you're a great guy. You're a better player than I am. I'd be happy to just chop this up with you right now." And David instantly said, "Yeah, let's do it." And then offered for Andy to take the trophy, as Andy does have the chip lead right now by a bit. So yeah, so they've agreed to evenly chop the money, and Andy's going to take the trophy. So there you have it.
Thanks, Molly. Update from the field. Intrepid field reporter Molly Mossey letting us know that the deal is done. And Andy had a small chip lead and offered David a heads-up chop, and David took it. I would have done the same in David's place. If somebody offers you a chop and they have more chips than you, unless they're just terrible, you got to take that deal. And Kaplan is certainly not just terrible. He played really well all day. And so Kaplan gets the trophy, and they split the money. Kaplan will get his picture with the trophy, and they'll each get right about $100,000. Really hard to turn down $100,000. They'll each get $105,700 or so, 600 or so. That's a lot of money. Hard to turn that down. So congratulations to both David Stefanski and Andy Kaplan on making over $100,000 today, and Andy Kaplan taking home that trophy. That's a heck of a win. So we end at the 30,000, 60,000 level. I think these guys also part of the chop deal. Part of the reason it happened was they both knew we could be here another 2 or 3 hours, and that's grueling. It's been a rough day already. These guys have already been playing poker for 10 hours, and playing poker for a lot of money for that kind of period of time really wears you down, and knowing that you've got multiple hours of heads-up play to go that can get old fast. So not surprised that these guys did eventually decide to chop it, play with each other for a little while, and realize, this guy's good, I'm not going to be able to rob this guy, and they go ahead and chop it. Good for them. I don't know if I had a whole lot more in me to do another 2 or 3 hours of broadcasting myself. I have really done nothing but talk for 10 hours, and a lot of people would tell you that that's pretty standard for me. I'm not used to having such short breaks in my constantly running of my mouth. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a good night all. I will talk to all of you soon. We'll stay here with Molly as we may have an interview coming. We'll see if she can get one of these guys to do an interview for the wrap-up. If any of you have suggestions, we're happy to hear them. blindstraddle@gmail.com, @blindstraddle on Twitter. Contact info is all at blindstraddle.com. There will be about a half hour to an hour summary of this, kind of a produced version that will go up on our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/blindstraddle. Anything you can think of /blindstraddle, you'll find us there. Facebook as well, facebook.com/blindstraddle, and we'll announce any upcoming events on Facebook too. So whatever your favorite social media is, we're on it. Now, if you want us to be at your local casino or cover your final table or your featured table or your cash game in your basement, whatever you want, get a hold of us, or have your card room get a hold of us. We had a lot of fun doing this today, and it looks like this is going to work. It's going to be a thing that we're going to go after. So you'll be hearing more of me, unfortunately for you, and seeing more of Molly, which is lucky for you. Speaking of Molly, go to it, Molly. You got this.
All right, so the final 2 players are over. You can kind of see their legs in the background there. They're actually over getting paid at the moment. We're going to bring in Foxwoods has this great backdrop that says Foxwoods Poker on it, and we always take the winner picture in front of that backdrop. So we're just waiting for that to get brought over, and along with the trophy, and we will bring you photos very shortly on foxwoodspoker.com. And I will also keep the stream up for just a few minutes, and hopefully we can have a real quick chat with hopefully both players, but for sure with Andy, who took the trophy. So stay tuned. Thanks.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm just doing like going, no, that's all right.
What we have that no one else has is a charming personality that works really hard and goes wherever the poker is. That's really nice to have Molly around.
Nice, way to go.
And it looks like she will have an interview at least with Andy and maybe with both players. That'll be great. I love those interviews. They're fun to watch because I remember my own, and I remember hardly anything of those interviews. You're so stoked about what's happened and how much money you've just made, and you've been playing for so long and so hard, and it's just physically only so many chemicals in your brain that you can use up in one day, and then you get a little goofy. And so in those interviews, you see a very happy person, and you see really who the person is in those after the tournament interviews. Those are fun. No, somebody left their dinner. Well, I think we know these names by now, so we'll get rid of these. Thanks again to all of our sponsors who helped us put this thing together and helped get the company started, and thanks to all of you who I'm sure are going to go tell all of your friends about Blind Straddle and going to like us on all the various social media. Thanks so much.
I'm moving this chat, so when you're done, I can put your chat over there.
We'll do a graphic picture quickly and then we'll have you jump on.
Okay. You're gonna do an interview?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna take a picture first and then we'll jump on this.
All right. Well, but let's look at the other one.
All right, Chris Fox Wallace signing off here at Fox Poker Fox on Twitter if you want to follow me and hear what I have to say during the day. I'm signing off. Got Molly taking the picture, and she'll be here with an interview, and then we'll be done with the broadcast, and we'll be back soon. Thanks for listening.
Let me make sure this is your number.
You good? Or another one?
Very good. Yeah. Perfect. Yes, they're great. Congrats. All right, come on over. Here, pull up a chair over here and we'll chat with you real quickly.
Well, we have a tote box here. Are they still legal tote? Yeah.
All right. He's just finishing up some last-minute money matters and grabbing the trophy, and Andy will be sitting down with us in just a few minutes. David did have to take off. Sorry, there's all kinds of announcements going on. David did just have to take off because, as I said before, his in-laws were here, and so they were heading out. But have a seat. Sit down. Oh, my gosh.
Back-to-back interview.
How does it feel?
Awesome. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Great few days. So really happy.
I know. And you had so many supporters. I was watching the chat the whole time. I'm trying to listen to you guys, take pictures, write things. It was kind of craziness, but it was just so fun to see all the support that you had when Lee was on there, just seeing your face.
Yeah, awesome. Well, without him, I wouldn't be here.
That is so
I wouldn't.
Cool.
He helped me so much, and
Yeah.
I want to thank him. And I want to say hi to my kid, Matt and Sophie.
Yes, Matt and Sophie, for
Yeah.
sure. That's awesome. I always love when people give shout outs to their family members. So
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah.
So basically, you guys came to a heads up chop deal where second was going to take 90 and then first was going to take 111,000, and then towards the end you decided that you were going to just chop it up evenly. What kind of led to that? You were the one that sort of instigated that. What do you think?
Yeah, it was just David is an amazing player. It was a hobby for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he plays all the time, and his skill level is very high. So I was like, you know what? He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And the money, it doesn't matter to me.
Sure.
And he said, yep, let's do it. Once I get ahead in chips, and I could have been like, no, now we're going to play,
Right.
But I'm like, he's a great guy, they're a great family. I'm like, so what?
Yeah, for
You know what I mean?
sure.
So what am I going to do, So what does it matter?
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
So,
that's great.
yeah.
Well, for the record, these two they're both great guys. Okay, so you can be humble all you want, but I'll sing your praise. Great guys, and you played an awesome game. Seriously, both of you, and especially when it got heads up. Fox and I were talking on the commentaries. Fox specifically was basically saying that could have gone honestly another probably 3 or 4 hours between you two. The way that it was going to play out. So probably for your sleep habits, it might have been a good decision too.
Exactly. That'd be nice. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I changed up my style a lot when we got three-handed. Everyone saw me as tight.
Absolutely.
And I just started getting a little more aggressive.
Sure.
And it definitely paid off.
I think so too, and it was interesting because after you guys came back from the dinner break, I went on the stream and I said, I don't know what happened on dinner, but basically he's like a different player.
Yeah.
He just kicked it into high gear, and it was like, and it was really the perfect timing because all along they had kind of seen you as a tighter player. You were, playing a little bit slower, and then all of a sudden it was like you came back from dinner and you had a bunch of energy drinks or something. I don't know.
No, nothing like that. Bernie and I talked.
Oh, really?
They just set my mind. I said I have to switch. I have to change my style because they're going to run me over.
Yeah, well,
and it was like I came back with like 775, and then all of a sudden I had $2 million. And it was like, but so I just I had to change it.
Sure. Oh, it was so fun to watch you guys. I mean, it was a blast.
It was a great fun too.
It really was, and you made a lot of fun. And the banter every now and then I would check and I'd be like, turn up the mics, you gotta hear what you guys are like.
You don't want to hear all that.
Laughing and I'm like, this is definitely the most fun I've ever had working a final table, and I've done a ton of these. So
you don't want to hear everything I said. No,
probably not. But some of it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to add? Or
no, just really happy because I've been playing a long time, and it's nice to get a good win.
Well, you really deserve this. Congratulations. You did an awesome job.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We had an awesome day. Congrats to Andy Kaplan for taking down the trophy, and it's been a wonderful time. So we will see you next time here at the final table.
Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, definitely. If you actually want to, Bernard just goes, great job, Andy. If you want to.
Chris Foxwoods signing off for Blind Straddle and Molly Mossey here at Foxwoods. The main event, congratulations again to Andy Kaplan, our winner, over $100,000, and David Stefanski, who also made over $100,000. Have a good night, folks.